Welcome back to your Daily Death. I'm Mr. Death coming at you with all things Origins. This video, we're going to be going over every single troop's special ability. For those that don't know about special abilities, when you're recruiting troops, press that right there underneath them. It shows you every one. Everyone's favorite sniper, every third attack does 180 damage, 1.8%. Overshoot for the rocket, every third attack deals a ton of damage. We're going to go over what a ton actually is on all the troops that it doesn't specify on. Gunners, give them the fire suppressor for extra speed. We'll go over the difference between PvE and PvP in this video. Infantry gets a big damage reduction, but only during certain battles. Defensive does not activate at any other time. These crazy cannons here get bomb launcher. Every third attack gets a stackable bomb. The tanks be coming in with some bulletproof armor. Basically every third attack it'll block 50% of the damage done to it. And the shredders, they just don't even take 34% of the damage for half the time they're on the battlefield. And to just quickly touch up on, if they advance in any way when you upgrade them, but you see that's what it does on a level 2 shredder, all the way up to level 12 shredder. Their special effect stays the same. It's these stats up here that you're going to be leveling up every time you upgrade. The bikes, they be getting Speed Racer. They get a considerable amount of speed boost to their attack. This also has different effects on PvE and PvP. And over in the workshop, we got EMP cannons. They get a big old laser every third attack, not stackable. We'll go over what that means and how it affects you. Armored soldiers, they get reflective armor every basically third attack. They reflect 20%, but I'll show you that my findings are a little different. The stormtroopers every third attack gets chain lightning and is the easiest to see that it is stackable. And last but not least, the shielder. Every fourth attack triggers a shield. It can both stack and continually give to additional troops. Now of course I'm not just going to be reading the screen to you. I've already tested all this stuff out and I got videos to show you exactly what went on during those battles. Because who's actually trying to figure out what troops doing what in a scenario like that? And if you're curious on what officers I had in place, just to show you that it's nothing crazy, I'm a long range attack city. This is just what I have on this account, and these are what I have on them at the moment. Just long range attack stuff. A little HP on Aeon. And for the moment y'all all been waiting on, let's watch some battles.
You gonna learn today?
I attacked in order from long range, mid range, melee. We'll start off with some melee and work our way through the list. We're gonna start off with shredders. I'm just attacking what I can for this account just for the video. You look right above them, you'll see the damage being done. Numbers will be changing whenever its effect activates. We'll see right there the little bubbly shield that pops up on him. Every time that pops up, that is another time that his special effect is activating. And we'll go ahead and throw some speed on this video. But as you look at the damage being done, half the time, or 2 attacks, he's doing 68 damage to me, basically killing off 68 shredders. And the other half the time, he's only doing 45 damage, or killing off 45 shredders. That right there is his special effect in action. And next up on the battlefield, we have armored soldiers. The color for shield right there that pops up on them, that is whenever their special effect activates. You'll look above the enemy to see the damage being done to them, especially that top one up there. If you notice, I'm not even shooting or attacking the back row, so how is he getting damage done? Again, that is his special effect. Whenever they send an attack at me, I'm reflecting damage back to them, which is we see up top on the reflective armor. Should be around every third attack to reflect 20% damage. But as you'll see here, when they do 11 damage to me, I reflect back 21% damage. So maybe someone can help me out in the comments with how that actually works out. I'm just going to let the battles keep playing out so y'all can see for your own self, do your own math if you want to, how their effect works and activates. I actually counted every attack and every counter or special ability that happened back to them in this battle, and it actually worked out to around 35%, about once every third attack. Hoorah for Camel. Next on the battlefield we have Infantry. Their special effect only works in defensive battles. So as you watch the damage being done and the damage they do back, it stays the same, corresponding to they lose a little bit of men throughout it, so they do a little less damage. But their effect is not activating right here. It only works whenever you're being attacked. But I did set up an attack where I hit my farm. This is on my farm account where I was attacked. I'm actually at level 3 being attacked by level 5s. It is both 1,000 infantry apiece. The big blast seemingly coming out of nowhere, that is my city's defenses attacking. But as we can tell, for half the time I'm only taking half the amount of damage. But everything the same except I'm level 3 and he's level 5 with my city defenses. I win. By a lot actually. Rolling up to battle next, we have tanks. You will see a little shield pop up on them right there. That is their special effect being activated, so you just know when everything's being activated. I know it's a little difficult to see with the red numbers against the bear, but normally I'm taking around 70 something damage. Every time his effect activates, I only drop down and be taking around 30 something percent damage. So that's its special effect, how it activates once every third attack. And that was it for our melee troops. Now we'll be moving up to mid-range. First up for them, rockets with the overshoot. So you'll see they have the big blasters behind their rockets whenever they use their effect. Right there. And if we calculate from them doing 163 damage to this 294 damage right there, that's actually 180% more, or 1.8%. Meaning, kind of like the snipers. I know it was kind of hard to see against that bear there, so I just attacked another enemy real quick, just to show it a little easier, hopefully. But you see the rocket's effect going off, how much damage it does, and just some simple math. It's kind of like the snipers to me. But you can do with this information as you wish. I am just here to present the information to you. Next on our mid-range, we're going to have some bikes rolling in. Now their special effect animation is just the muzzle flash. Its attack speed duration is different for PvE and PvP. If y'all don't know, PvP is player versus player, aka real person. PvE, player versus environment, aka the game. Little random tip, aka means also known as. But where this is a PvE battle right here, its duration is 30 seconds for me in this, which kind of stops around when the bear gets to 20% damage left on him. I'll show it again. You can hear it or see it. Hear the difference around the 20% mark. Now there, you see how it just kind of slowed down as it's losing its 60% speed. I just love the sound. Blast on. And that right there was it losing its 60% speed. Another fun little tip, while its effect is activated, the bikes actually do around the most damage out of any troop in the game, but only in that time. Too bad they're normally the first mid-range troop to die.
You can't handle the truth!
Next up on the video, we have gunners. Very similar effect. You can also hear and see their effect activating every 5 attacks through the muzzle flash when they enter their fire suppression mode. Just start unloading damage. And I'll let you see the speed that I'm playing it at so you can hear and see the differences for yourself. And the next up to play the game Show Me Your Effect will be our Stormtroopers. And you can see right there them 3 different attacks. That is why I said it was the embodiment of stackable. And doing the math, it's only doing 60% damage 3 different times, equals out 180% damage, or 1.8. I don't know, I'm kind of seeing a pattern here. But its normal attack is just a little squiggly, big balls that they shoot. That'll be when they do their effect, which will either hit 3 different targets doing 60% apiece, or 1 target doing 180% damage to them. And the next trooper up to battle will be our snipers, doing what already tells us 1.8% damage. And you can see their damage right there when that little circle appears on an enemy. And also the shooting line or trajectory path for their ammo will become red, like a little laser shot. That is when you know the snipers are performing their special effect. And next up for long range, we have the EMPs. If you watch when the enemy gets hit right there, and the sound, that is its special effect activating on laser. It is not stackable, meaning that if there are multiple targets on the field, it will hit 3 different targets doing 60% each to them, equaling a total of 180%, wink wink. But if there's only 1 target on the field, it's only going to hit that target doing 60%, while the other 120% that could be activated is wasted. So what you should be paying attention to about that is whenever you're attacking single monsters like this versus a lot of enemies like another city. A lot of enemies on the battlefield, he's good. Only single attack enemies like this, and the mutant ghoul, not really made for this type of battle. And if we break out the calculator on this beast, we see going from the 3.6 million to 2.1 million is actually only doing 60% damage. Meaning if he was to do all 3 60% damages on 3 different targets, it'd be 1.8% or 180% damage. If you're not following along yet with the pattern Camel's laid before us. And last but not least up on here, be the shielders. As you can see, every 4 attacks will trigger their shield. They will not be shooting whenever they activate their shield, so it'll be 1, 2, 3 attack, then shield. You'll be able to see and hear it also when it happens here. Boom. It just doesn't fire when that happens. But that's its effect. Now, 1 shielder will give you 1 shield, 2 shielders will give you 2 shields, so the amount your shield can withstand is directly related to how many shielders you have. The more shielders, the more shield HP, basically, you'll have. Now, that's all the regular troops you have to pick through, but I thought, why not? Let me just go ahead and throw in some zombies, just to even it all out. Now, the zombies have a lot more stuff going on with them, but each zombie's stats for every city, it's going to be different. Each commander has something different. You'll be able to see their special effects activating whenever they charge up to do a big blast. That is their blaster cannon activating. But like I said, everyone's special effect on zombies will be different. You can find out yours down at the biochemical lab. So your treatment room, and it'll be through your girls. You can come up there to the top, hit overview, and it'll show an overview of all your zombie stats. Also, you have on the left side its effects that you can also hit, and it tells you when you can upgrade the next one. And of course, you can just click on everything within the strand here to see what it does for yourself. All these do something different, but Right there on that one is the blaster cannon. It'll upgrade at the end of S right there. And you can just keep going through them all to keep upgrading. That was the blaster cannon. You can get this one, the abundant energy, at the end of Gene M. Right there. So when you get to M and you complete M, it will unlock the abundant energy level 3 for this one right here is what I'll be getting. And you can go ahead and look ahead for all of them. Still flesh. You upgrade at the end of Gene O. The end of Gene O. That will kick in. And I don't got this one unlocked yet, but I can't wait to get it. At the end of Gene D. He wants that D. Get that poisonous fog. Heck yeah. And there's a lot more to get. I'm sure that poison fog could help a lot of people out. But just knowing what exactly it is your troops are doing on the battlefield can help you set up your formations. I'll do an attack here just to show off some effects. Now I just got the exact same officer set up as I had earlier in the videos that you just got done watching. Ain't nothing changed. And let's hop out of the base, go find ourselves something big, tall, dark, and ugly. Well, 25 you'll do right now. We'll go after him. He got pushing almost 1 million battle power. Now, I'll choose this crazy formation where it's only half the amount of troops I can send and less than half the amount of battle power it has. Only a little bit of zombies. A little front row. Mainly mid row is all I'm going to send. And I'm set up for long range, but I'm only going to send the shielders. No other long range troops after this guy. Again, I'm not going for battle power, just for troop effect. I'm sending less than half of his battle power after him. So, by normal math, I should get wiped out. But we're doing Camel's math in this world, so it's a little different. Let's throw in a little bit of turbo gas on this. We've got time to wait around.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay, and here we're going to throw out all math from the regular world out the window and see that I just won that battle. Let's actually watch the battle and see how I won. We'll see that I just got a lot of effects going on right here. The first troop that he's trying to fire at is my shredders, with that wonderful damage reduction. Then the reflective armors on the field, with bulletproof armor also in my front row of troops. Followed up by the crackheads holding onto the guns and the bikes, shooting super fast. Plus my rockets and stormtroopers. That right now are doing the exact same effect as snipers do. And then a little bit of zombies, and then that shield throughout the entire time, throwing out protective status while doing their own damage. And that's how it happened. I'm hoping this video helps show some people exactly what troops are doing on the battlefield. Try to choose the right formation for the right enemy. Hope y'all keep getting stronger out there, y'all. Peace out. Keep growing.